is a neighborhood in Philadelphia that belongs to Lower Northeast. As with all neighborhoods in the city, the lack of any official designation means the boundaries of the area vary between sources over time and are disputed among locals. Kensington, as most long-term residents view it, refers generally to the area consisting of Kensington, East, or Lower Kensington, West Kensington, and Harrogate. The adjacent Fairhill and Norris Square neighborhoods are more separate but may be included in Kensington. Fishtown and South, Old Kensington were historically included. The most conservative boundaries of the neighborhood, shown in the map below, are Front Street and 5th Street to the west, the Amtrak train tracks to the north, Trenton Avenue, the Trenton Avenue train tracks, and Frankfort Avenue to the east, and Cecil B. Moore Avenue to the south. Kensington is a primarily low-income and working-class area, and it experienced increasing poverty after the loss of its industries in the 1960s during deindustrialization. Disinvestment and general neglect has led to high abandonment in some sections of the neighborhood, catalyzing several grassroots actions from its residents. Thank you very much if you like and comment. This will help promote our channel and allow us to make more interesting videos for you. Kensington is home to a large population of Hispanic Americans, mainly Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, as well as African Americans and Irish Americans. Communities of Polish Americans and Asian Americans also make up the neighborhood. Additionally, there is a large population of homeless individuals. The neighborhood also recently has seen a large influx of primarily white young urban professionals in gentrification, particularly in Fishtown, which is no longer considered to be Kensington, and in Old Kensington, Norris Square, and East Kensington. Kensington is historically known for its large working-class Irish Catholic community and was the site of the Philadelphia nativist riots in the 19th century. It was also the birthplace of the KNA Gang, currently known as the Northeast Philly Irish Mob, an Irish-American organized crime network. As with all neighborhoods in the city, the lack of any official designation means the boundaries of the area vary between sources over time. Before the Act of Consolidation, 1854, the Kensington District included portions of the neighborhoods known today as Old Kensington, East Kensington, West Kensington, and Fishtown, with its northern border at Lehigh Avenue. These boundaries have since shifted so that a large area north of Lehigh Avenue is now considered part of Kensington, while Fishtown is no longer considered part of the neighborhood. 5. The current Greater Kensington area roughly coincides with the former Kensington District, Richmond District, Aramingo Borough, and Northern Liberties Township. The generally accepted boundaries of the neighborhood, citation needed, are Front Street and 5th Street to the west, the Amtrak train tracks to the north, Trenton Avenue, the Trenton Avenue train tracks, and Frankfort Avenue to the east, and Cecil B. Moore Avenue to the south. More simply, some define Kensington as the triangular area bounded by Erie Avenue to the north, Front Street, and sometimes 5th Street, to the west, and Trenton Avenue to the east. Google Maps borders for Kensington show it including much of what is considered Fishtown and excludes West Kensington. Kensington belongs to or divides Lower Northeast and North Philadelphia. It is part of the River Ward section of the city, a group of neighborhoods close to the Delaware River in North Philadelphia. Kensington's River Ward identity puts it in contrast with the neighborhoods to its west. Fairhill and Norris Square are separate from Kensington with a more central North Philadelphia identity. However, exactly where the neighborhoods separate is subject to much debate, and there are people within both neighborhoods who identify with Kensington. To the east of Kensington, Port Richmond and Old Richmond are each predominantly white neighborhoods. Port Richmond has a historically Polish population but is becoming more mixed, and Old Richmond, an area just north of Fishtown, is experiencing similar gentrification. Juniata, the neighborhood to the north, and Kensington are similar demographically, yet the former is slightly wealthier and has more green space. Within Kensington, various sub-neighborhoods including Kensington, the heart of Kensington, Harrogate, Lower Kensington, West Kensington. Central Kensington, or the Heart of Kensington, as it is called in a recent Impact Services Neighborhood Plan, 6, stretches along Kensington Avenue from Tusculum and Somerset Streets to Tioga Street. See Impact Services Plan, 6, for a more accurate map. The area is known as the center of Kensington and was historically the commercial center of the neighborhood. The area is densely residential, but crime rates are highest in this part of Kensington and, because of relocation actions taken by Philadelphia's police, 7, 8, it has the highest concentration of homeless and opioid-addicted residents. Harrogate is the furthest north, bordering Juniata and named for Harrogate Park. It is similar to Central Kensington, but is slightly quieter and has fewer crimes. The part of Kensington below Lehigh Street, or as it has been rebranded, citation needed, Lower Kensington, or East Kensington, is the part of Kensington most clearly experiencing gentrification. As it is just north of Fishtown, higher income residents have been moving further up, increasing property values and rents. Kensington was founded by Anthony Palmer in the early 1730s. Using proceeds from the sale of the Hope Farm estate, present-day Port Richmond, which included 3 enslaved people named Abraham, Hannibal, and Phyllis, Palmer purchased what was called the Fairman Estate, located along the Delaware River in the Northern Liberties Township area just north of the city of Philadelphia on the Delaware River. The entire estate consisted of 191.5 acres of land, much smaller than the present-day Kensington area. Palmer was an English merchant who came to Philadelphia by 1704 from Barbados. The town of Kensington was named for the area in London known as Kensington, which had been recently established as the residency of the British Crown. Palmer laid out his town and sold parcels to many of the shipwrights and shipbuilders who were outgrowing their riverfront lots in present-day Old City, Southwark, and Society Hill areas. He also sold to recent German fishermen immigrants. The original area of Kensington is now more commonly called Fishtown, mainly because of the shad fishing that was one of the dominant businesses in Kensington in the 18th and 19th centuries. Kensington has traditionally been known as one of the working-class centers of Philadelphia. Initially, employment focused around the nearby waterfront and the activities of fishermen and ship and boat builders. In the early 19th century, Kensington transitioned to iron and steel manufacturing and became home to a variety of factories, potteries, and machine works. By the mid-19th century, Kensington became one of the leading centers of the textile industry, particularly in carpet. McNeil Laboratories began with the purchase of a pharmacy in the area in 1879 by the company's namesake. In 1903, Mother Jones organized a children's crusade of children from the local mills and mines to protest against child labor. They marched from Kensington to Oyster Bay, New York, carrying banners demanding, "We want to go to school and not the mines." Deindustrialization eventually took hold in the neighborhood in the 1950s, leading to a significant population loss, high unemployment, economic decline, and abandoned homes. However, some sections of the neighborhood have been revitalized in recent years, especially those near Frankfort Avenue, Kensington's neighbor south of Lehigh Avenue, and Fishtown, another traditionally working-class neighborhood which has seen rents increase. While most of the large manufacturers have left, the area has many small shops and large renovated factories and warehouses for newer artisans to set up shop. Kensington has a population of approximately 42,000 people according to data from ASC 2020 survey. Failed verification, the majority of its population is Hispanic or Latino, 59.9%, consisting primarily of Puerto Rican and Dominican Americans. Of the non-Hispanic or Latino population, 19% is white, 15.1% is Black or African American, 3.6% is Asian, and 2.2% identify as two or more races. The median yearly income of the neighborhood is